We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a moment. Um, so my name is Keisha Jackson. I am the Digital Communities Manager here at Microsoft and one commercial partner within the corporate team with go-to-market and programs. I am the digital strategy lead for Microsoft Partner Community, and we host a monthly series called Ask Me Anything, where we bring in a Microsoft expert to talk about different programs and opportunities and things going on within the Microsoft ecosystem that may be interesting to partners and other folks involved with Microsoft. And so this month we are very privileged to have my colleague Nav, who is the digital strategist lead for the partner.microsoft.com commercial site. And Nav is going to walk us through different aspects that are the most useful pieces of the journey and the experience for partners. And so we're really excited to have Nav talking about this opportunity. And I really want to underscore that the point of Microsoft Partner Community is really an opportunity for the P2P motion to really connect partners with other partners, and also to get access to different Microsoft experts and to have a body of information and to augment that experience in a quicker, more agile way. And so that is the purpose of Microsoft Partner Community and partner.microsoft.com and Microsoft Partner Community. As we move forward in this fiscal year, we'll be doing deeper integration work, which means I get to work more in tangent with my colleague Nav, which I'm very excited about. So I will stop speaking now and turn it over to Nav for her presentation. Thank you so much, Nav.
Thank you. Thanks, Keisha. Good morning, everyone. Is everyone here from Seattle? Where are you all logging in from? I think everyone is on mute. That's a little Skype trick. And you keep talking and you're on Skype.
Hey, Nav, I'm in Minnesota. This is Dania.
Hey, Dania. Hey, hi, Dania. I think I know you. We guys met at
Yeah. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, so let's kickstart this because, we have 30 minutes and I definitely want to leave room for like a lot of questions here. Let's start with this beautiful video. Honestly, I love this video. And I love this video not because we guys made it, but we were able to make it because of all of you guys, all the amazing innovations that you guys do across the globe. And that helped us produce this video. Anyways, this was all about you guys, and that's why I wanted to open this presentation with this wonderful video. And I'm Nav Khalsa, and I lead digital strategy for partner.microsoft.com. Now, what does that mean? In your and my world, it really means is I'm supposed to make your life simple. And every time you come to our website, you should be able to navigate through and find the information that you're looking for. If you're looking to speak to a human, we should be able to come up with ways and tell you, hey, here's how you can get a human. So the theme of my presentation today is what's the easiest way to speak to a human? And we have like different tricks that you can really go speak to a human. And that's really what I was trying to do here, where talk about 2 or 3 different ways where you'll connect with our tools that we guys have built, and still you'll be able to get a human on the other side of the world. So let's get started with where you've just become a Microsoft network member. And it's a huge ecosystem, and you want to get started with like what my benefits are and what is the step 1? How can I start building? So you need a human to speak to you. What we guys have internally, what we call is Cloud Enablement Desk. I like to think of CED folks as know-it-all people. They basically know everything. At times internally as well, when we guys have questions, we'll literally joke amongst ourselves and be like, oh, where is the CED person? Because they're going to know an answer to it. So this is a global concierge desk, you can think of it. And all you have to do is fill up a form, which we're going to go through, and give your little information and what you're trying to do and what your problem is. And then a human is going to pick up a phone and speak to you. They'll set up a time with you and they will talk to you. So this is a form, which is, we guys call it a partner nomination form. You have to put your first name, last name, email, company, and phone number, and then a human is going to pick up a phone and speak to you. They'll ask you some basic questions, where you are in terms of your membership, what you're trying to achieve, and then they will propose a plan that this is what we think your next steps could be. So this is another very interesting way of, like, if you're looking for any kind of a help in terms of advancing your business with Microsoft, or you have any questions around your membership, anything, literally know it all. I mean it. Just fill up this form and you'll be able to speak to our specialist there. So that is one. The second is, when we are on a website, at times, you have this question and you really need an answer to that question. I personally, as a consumer as well, I love the chat option that we guys have. But in today's world, we have a bot for everything, right? And bots are replacing the chat world as well. But at Microsoft, on our website, when you click start a chat, what you really do is there are humans on the other side. So it's a very intellectual conversation that you're going to have, because I'm not saying like bots are not intelligent. They're just taking it to a completely different level. But we still have humans who are going to be serving you there. So throughout the website, there's a little start chat button. And once you click there, you'll see like this little form, which asks you to fill your name and address, email address, and then a partner ID. Why we ask for a partner ID is so that the chat specialist can go look into your membership details and they're able to serve you better. So that is another really interesting way to find answers to any questions that you guys might have. And then the third is marketing, right? We are all here to build these practices and solutions, and that's really what we guys want you to do. You're good at that, and we want you to concentrate and continue doing that. And what we are doing here at Microsoft Partner Network side of world is we're trying to build all these different capabilities for you guys so that you don't have to do it. Like, for example, marketing, right? It's one of those things where do I really need to hire a team of like 10 people who are going to help me run my marketing? We don't want you to do that. So we have this program where we call go-to-market program for our partners. You need to have your MPN member ID, which means you need to be a member with us. And then there are like tiers, as you all know. There is, there's a basic account that you guys have, and then there's a silver competency, gold, and marketplace. So what we have done is there's some free benefits that come with it, and then there's some paid benefits that come with it. But it's an a la carte menu, right? So what you can do is, let's assume that you are getting ready to launch a solution in the market, and you need help with, your website review, or you want help writing a case study. Or it could be even, I want a paid social media campaign that I want for my little company. So what you would do is, all you have to do is literally send an email to gdm@microsoft.com. And again, a qualified marketing human will reach out to you, ask you a couple of questions, what you're trying to do in your journey, and they will come back to you with a proposal. And it's very subsidized rates depending upon what service you're looking for. And then, you can have a direct communication with these guys. So that is another really interesting way to get the marketing support from Microsoft professionals here. And we all literally work here in headquarters. So it's not like you're going to be talking to someone who has no idea who you are and what you're trying to do. So the entire marketing team is based here in Redmond. The other thing is that I'm going to leave all these slides on this, with Keisha and the community team, and they will have this uploaded where you guys downloaded the invite from, so that you guys have access to all of this. And then the most important is support. And the reason why I included support here is because we got a partner feedback that when they're trying to navigate through the website, it's difficult to find support, and we are trying to address that so that it's up there in front of you. So right now, when you go to partner.microsoft.com, this is really our homepage. and you are a Microsoft Partner Network member, which is you're an MPN member. So we have like this blade right there. So you will click here, which is go there now. And once you click there, you have support right on top. So you click on a support, and this is where we guys have any kind of membership questions that you have, any product related questions you have, in case there's a CSP, like a dedicated support hub that sits out there. So you would just literally type your keywords and we will be able to pull up the answers for you. But let's assume for a second that you were not able to get the answer that you were looking for. So you go to like get support right here. And once you go to your get support, let's just do a little thing. So, let's pick a category here. We can literally let's do programs and membership. That's the most popular one. And we've been talking about MPN, so let's do MPN. And then let's talk about an issue here. So let's say assessments. So once you do that, you'll have like, 3 different options. You could drop like a little note, which is an email. And within 24 business hours, a person will reach out to you and, they'll try and help you out. Or you could have the chat, as we already spoke about that. And here again, there is a human. You could pick up a phone and speak to them, and they should be able to help you if you're stuck in any part of your journey. So that's, again, another way to reach out to a human at Microsoft. And the reason I'm talking about this is because we've been hearing a lot of feedback from our partners that every time they're trying to interact on our website, it's difficult to get hold of human. It's difficult to get hold of like a phone number. So that's why we thought the theme of today's presentation could be where we could teach, or we could just give you little tricks of like how to really get hold of humans here. And then I think another thing that I would love to talk about is when you're on a website, on the end of the website, you say, was this page helpful? And there's yes and no. It's not a feature that we guys ignore. Like, it's literally on every month we guys have our marketing meetings, and there is a team who tracks whether the page is helpful or not. And when you say like, no, it's not helpful, it asks you for an additional feedback. I know it's a lot of work to ask, but every time you leave a feedback, it comes to our monthly meetings and we read what you guys wrote. So I would encourage you guys, anytime you think like the page didn't make any sense or it was helpful, we would encourage you to leave us a feedback, because we're reading that on literally monthly basis. So that was another thing that I wanted to talk about. And now real quick, any questions? I don't want to keep jumping in. Okay, we're gonna continue. So in terms of these are like basically, ways to, if in case you're stuck into your membership or you have any questions, and here are different ways like you can really try and get help from our digital resources. Now, I think in a very, very quick way, I just wanted to give you a little heads up of how the website is really structured. So we have partner.microsoft.com, which is our homepage, which is much more than just the MPN program, right? If you're trying to reach out to education or consumer. So we're trying to expand that entire site, which is our homepage. But this is how the MPN is structured. If you are a partner network member and you click on that black blade that said, like, if you're an MPN member, go here. This is how the website is structured. If you're looking for membership related questions, like, you'll find it all under membership. Business opportunities talks about if you're trying to build an IP, which is a technology, or you're a managed service provider, or you're trying to build a practice, how would you do that? Digital transformation is soon you're going to see a lot of stuff of IT on our website, because that is really today's digital transformation. Reaching customers is all about go-to-market, which is a marketing side of the world. So in case you're trying to scale your business, you need like marketing help, you would go to reach customers. And then we have solutions. I would urge you guys to take and spend some time in solutions area, because here what we're trying to do is we're trying to help you with your specializations, right? It's literally like you got your undergrad and now you're getting your master's, so which is more of a specialization area. So if you're trying to build a practice in artificial intelligence, so there's this tons of rich content that sits out there. And the idea of practice area really is hand holding you guys and giving you a lot of content while you're building all that practice, so that you don't have to go and search for all that content. It's right there on partner.microsoft.com. And then we have this really rich training and learning side of the business as well. So that is another side. And then Connect is all about if you want to go connect with our social media, blog, case studies, and read all that stuff. So that's another great platform to interact with. And then support, we already went through it, where in case you guys have any questions, you're trying to search, that's how you would navigate to from support. And then we have dashboard, which is soon. I don't know how many partners on the call have received an invite, but we are trying to build an experience for our partners where everything would sit on partner.microsoft.com. So there is a sign-in option, and then there is a dashboard. If you haven't received an invite yet, by end of the October, you would be receiving an invite, which would be like you'll be migrating all your transactions, which is Partner Center, we guys called previously, and it would all sit on partner.microsoft.com. And anytime, it's just a suggestion, but anytime you guys are on partner.microsoft.com, I'd urge you guys to sign in using your credentials. Reason being that once you sign in and you're engaging with the content on our website, and we know what you're doing, we're going to start surfacing you content based on your profile, based on what you're doing and what you're trying to do. So, but anytime you're not signed in, we don't know who you are. So we are trying to the website thinks like you're a new user. So we are trying to make sense based on your browser history and based on your click history. But in case you sign in, you'll see much more richer experience in terms of the content that's being surfaced to you. And last thing, I wanted to close this by saying we guys have what we guys are calling an insiders program, which is going to be a website insiders program, and we are inviting our partners to be to have a voice on the table, because in today's digital world, we are upgrading our back-end technology and our content on literally everyday basis. We are trying to keep up with the pace. So while we do that, we want to ensure that this website is for partners. It is to make your life simple. And it's very important that you guys have a voice on the table. So what we have done is we have built an insiders program, and we are kicking off a partner survey, which you will soon hear from Keisha about that as well, where we want to collect your feedback, what you really think about the website, what do you think about the content, where you think we guys can really enhance our content, and what's that more that you would like to see on the website side of the world. So if you are interested in joining this insiders program, just leave us a comment on the blog post on community and say you were interested, and someone from the team would reach out. And I would personally like to speak to, we'll be hosting Skype calls, in-person meetings, online, whatever is convenient for you guys. And we'll be doing a deep dive into what you think we guys are missing in terms of providing resources to our partners and what we should be doing. So yeah, that's kind of, I'm right on time. Keisha said I have 10 minutes.
Great job, Nav. Awesome. So thank you for taking us through that presentation. Again, as a reminder to everyone on the call, this is being recorded and will be posted in Microsoft Partner Community under the Ask Me Anything section, where you also saw the information regarding this digital event. We really wanted to, have about a 20-minute presentation and then open it up to any questions. But I did want to circle back and go back to what Nav had been asking at the beginning as we open it up for questions. If you wanted to also indicate where you're calling in from. I heard Dunia in Minnesota, and Mark indicated in the chat that he was at Ignite in Orlando, which is awesome.
Oh, wow.
And so, we'd love to hear a question from each of you or from a few of you, whoever's interested in offering up anything based off of the information Nav provided during this presentation, or if you have additional burning question that you've been interested in asking a Microsoft human. You have multiple captive right now for any of your questions. So we'll go ahead and open it up. And are people able to come, if you have any questions, are you able to come off of unmute and ask the questions? Oh, here's a question right here. So Mark is asking, what is the state of the transition to the new site? It has been a real problem for us.
So we'll be migrating, the full migration, we are trying to aim, you should get the invite by end of October, Mark. And so I would say like it's happening as we talk. And as you can imagine, like it's a big universe of partners that we guys are trying to migrate here. So I'm so sorry that you're having a problem, but I would say like it's probably just deal with us for like another 30 to 45 days. And hopefully we will have you into our new system.
Okay, great. And the next question here is, we used to have a dedicated account rep, which is no longer the case. Is it a possibility to work with one again?
So, well, unfortunately, account manager, if you had a PDM and you don't have one right now, and that's really the reason I'm here and talking about, you had one account manager back then, but now we are giving you all these different account managers. I understand that it won't be, where you could just send an email and one person and the one person is going to get back to you. The feedback that we really had from the PDM side of the world was because there was this one human taking care of like, probably 20 or 30 or 40 different partners, right? So there was a lag of time. And in today's world, you guys don't have time. So the idea is, how can we really give you all these tools and toys right at your fingertips, where if you want to speak to a CED specialist, you would literally you can just start the process right now, honestly, and where there's going to be a one human, and that one human is going to take you through your entire journey of questions until you're like, oh yes, I'm all set. And if I need you again, I'll ping you back again. So CED is another way where you can have like a qualified human who can help you with everything. I understand Start Chat is something, again, you have like random questions, so that doesn't really help. But from the marketing side of the world, it's always going to be these qualified professionals who are going to help you take care of all your marketing needs as well. So I would say these two probably would be your best replacement when we talk about PDM versus what we went through today.
Okay, then another question. None of our Microsoft certified professionals got migrated. Is that the same for all partners?
Actually, I think that's not a me question. I'll probably have to, Mark, I'll have to get back to you on that one. So let me take a note on that one and we'll drop you an email and let you know what's going on with that.
Yeah. So Mark, could you go ahead and just drop your email address in this chat, and then Nav and I will follow up with a mail right after this presentation? Great. So while he's doing that, I just want to check with the other folks on the call. Are there any additional questions? You can feel free, similar to Mark, to just drop them right in the chat, or if you're able to come off of mute, you can go ahead and ask a question.
And also, I would say like this is a great opportunity to be on the table with our Insiders program as well. And we're literally launching this like next week. So it's not even like launched. So if, people on the call, I would really, really be excited to have you guys there. And all you have to do is just drop a little comment on that blog post, and then someone from our team will reach out to you and we'll have like a formal invite to you for the Insiders program.
Great. It looks like, Diana, are you trying to ask a question?
I'm on my phone, so I apologize. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Well,
hi.
Everyone. Thanks so much for this great call. I work with some of the global ISV partners out there, supporting them. And one of the questions I wanted to ask you, as we're now being asked to migrate from our NPM membership to Partner Center, and I was wondering if you could provide the team with any knowledge about how long does that usually take a partner from end to end to go through those processes? It sounds like Mark is kind of working with some of the MSDN subscriptions, and I think those have to be manually migrated over. But Nav, do you have any sense of like what we should expect? Because our anniversary dates are coming up soon, and we're concerned that some of those benefits won't migrate over easy. So just a quick question on that.
Well, I don't have an answer to that, how many days end to end it would take. but we can definitely find an answer to that. So there's a
Yeah, it
migration
might be
team who's
nice.
working. Yeah. Go
It
ahead.
might be nice if there is probably maybe a guideline or a workbook or something that's delivered to the partner so that when we look to plan, I know that there are several steps that seem much more complicated to me than I first anticipated. And so it'd just be helpful. And or maybe we could do a follow-on call. I don't know if this is a series of Ask the Experts that you're thinking, but we could talk about that migration because I know there are going to be a lot of partners with lots of questions.
Yes, I completely agree with you. And I think the challenge is we would love to do some kind of like a workbook, but every partner and their needs are so different and trying to
Yeah.
cover, you know what I'm saying? So I think
Yeah.
I totally hear you. And I think this is definitely a great idea for us to go back and take this to a team and be like, how do we keep you guys more informed? I think that's really what this is, and so that you guys know, like, oh, okay, so these are like 10 steps, and you know what? The step fifth looks like is the most time-consuming one. So I need to be like super
Yes.
alert and building my time in. So yes, let me just go back to the team and see how we guys can address this.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely. And I definitely appreciate all the questions coming into the chat. I am extracting these, putting it in a mail, and we will circle back with you on these issues. This is like really good and very helpful for us thinking about process improvement and communication improvement. And so Nav and I definitely will be following up with mails to each of you who are posting questions in the chat. We will definitely get that taken care of. So we appreciate that. We are coming up right against time, so I want to check, are there any final questions or inquiries or any information anyone want to ask on the Insiders program that Nav has mentioned? Great. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate your time. Definitely want to respect the 30-minute window that we had asked of you. We are, very pleased with this turnout, and the recording for this session will be posted in Microsoft Partner Community, and you'll be hearing more from us as we continue to build out these digital content event series within Microsoft Partner Community. Just as a quick preview for those on the call, next month's call will be on Halloween, on October 31st, and we're working with our go-to-market team on that presentation. And then the November call will be November 28th, and working with partner support for that presentation. So just so you know, this series does continue with Ask the Experts, Ask Me Anything, and you'll see that information coming out through community. And then also we are launching a thought leadership series that's focused on partners doing these type of sessions around what the best practices in their business are. So really unlocking that P2P motion. So you'll be seeing a lot of that information coming through community. Again, my name is Keisha Jackson. I'm the digital lead for Microsoft Partner Community. Appreciate all of you joining the call. Thank you very much to our presenter, my illustrious colleague Nav. She did an excellent job. Very much appreciate her. And thank you all for your time, and have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.